Welcome to Tractors, Land, and Shop Time. Hope you can excuse the noisy barking Labrador out there. I'm in my 4066R. I'm gonna move a couple of bucket loads of crushed concrete to a back trail that's a little bit muddy and it's kind of in a swamp area but I cut a little trail through there. We like to circle around the back part of our property, so trying to build up the road back there a bit. This is a crushed concrete, crushed asphalt mixture. My pile's getting down. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more. Supposed to have some coming. Today's Saturday. We're supposed to have some on either Friday or Monday. They're gonna bring it. So obviously they didn't come yesterday, so must be coming Monday, which is fine. I got a little bit left here. We have a lot of gravel pits around here. In fact, the property was originally a gravel pit, and that's how I got my ponds. You can see one of them right there. And where I'm driving used to be pond almost. We backfilled that, and then our building that you just saw, that was already built up. The land was built up that high, but we did fill in a little bit of pond just to make a bigger area out in front of the building that we put up. Currently we have about 40 acres total, but I am in the process of purchasing another 21 acres from the neighbor to the east of me, going that way, so I expect that deal to be wrapping up and closing out here in another, I don't know, 4 weeks or so. So by this summer, we should have a total of 61 acres, which will be great. Right now, we're driving down my gun range. It's about a 200-yard gun range from one end to the other. And I probably will show more of that in the future. Chloe. Say hi, Chloe. Chloe's riding with me. She's my Aussie Doodle. I've had her since she was just a tiny little pup. She's currently 8 years old, so I'm trying to baby her a little bit. She gets worn out and gets sore joints a little faster, and she loves to run, and she can really run, but sometimes she doesn't know her limits, so got to try to help her know her limits a little bit. She likes to ride the tractor with me, so why not? Alright, now we're coming back to the swampy area. I'm sure you can tell by all the swamp grass and stuff. Part of this up here used to be so mushy you could not get through there at all. In fact, I've gotten a couple of vehicles stuck, but I keep building it up with gravel, rocks, and now I'm starting to top a lot of this off with this crushed concrete, which is making, well, like I said, crushed concrete, crushed asphalt mixture, making a pretty nice road out of it. All right, here we go. We're going to dump this load. Going to make sure these dogs stay out of my way, especially this lab. There we go. Got that load dropped. How'd we do? Yeah, not too bad. Back grade this a little bit. Yeah, that's turning out okay. Looks pretty good. All right, and that's that. turn around, head back, maybe grab another load. So I usually got a total of 3 dogs out here with me. The yellow lab, that's my son's, Alex's dog. But he spends a lot of time with me, especially when I come out here on the weekends. This is kind of a, it's not a full-time living property. It's just kind of a recreational property. We have a house, live in town. It's probably, I don't know, about 23 miles away, but it takes about half an hour with the way the roads are laid out. So it's only half an hour you can get out here, which is nice. Get out of the city, get out here really quick. We're in southeastern South Dakota. So we do get some pretty good winter here, but this winter has been pretty mild. We had a little bit of snow, a couple snowstorms right off the bat, and then haven't really had anything since. You probably hear the engine rev up as it comes under load. That is the load match feature on this tractor. Load match is right here. There's all these buttons. So you got the rollout if you want longer rollout, short rollout when you let off the pedals. Usually I'm in neutral, or the medium I should say, but this is the load match. And what that does is when you pull into a big pile like that, it keeps the engine from stalling out as you're pulling in there, and it needs more power. Up top here you got regular cruise control, just like a car, on, off, set, minus speed, plus speed. And then this one is, actually it treats your tractor kind of like it's a car. The harder you push on the gas, the more the engine revs up, the faster it goes. So that's kind of what that is. I usually just leave that on all the time, although this is a DPF tractor. So I usually run at least 1,500 to 2,000 just to keep the revs up, so that it'll kind of gen itself. But that is pretty nice. It's a very nice feature, actually. Just trying to fill the bucket up a little bit better. All right, here we go. There's the other dog. That is our other dog, another Aussie Doodle. That is Coda. He is currently 6 years old. He is a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a half brother, half cousin to my girl Chloe here. They both have the same dad with different moms, and they're 2 years apart. So they're kind of related, I guess. But if you're looking for a good dog, those are awesome dogs. They don't shed. And the Aussie Doodle, they're super smart. The poodle part helps them not shed. Poodles are very smart. Australian Shepherds are very smart. Australian Shepherds are very athletic, very loyal, very friendly. They're just all around great dogs. Calm, super dogs. I love my Australian, well, Aussie Doodles, I guess. They're just great dogs. They're so calm and well behaved, they go with me to work every day. I call them the company morale officers. Of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm one of the owners of the company, so they can come with me and hang out at my office. But I get lots of visitors every day, obviously. All right, we're almost back to the back part here. And I can't believe how this day turned out to be so nice after it was so cold and winter looking this morning. All right, here we go. Dump another load. Looks like we got to go off to the side here a bit. Let's raise this up. And go like that. All right, there we go. All right, excellent. Alright, let's do one more grading pass here. Alright, that looks great. Yeah, that turned out good. I like that. Now let's just drive over it, pack it down a little bit. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, I got more material coming, hopefully Monday, but I told them to dump it where my existing pile was, so I don't want to take too much of it. Otherwise, they won't know where to put it. So we're going to leave it. We'll leave it at that, and we'll pick up another video down the road. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.